Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman assures all depositors that their money is safe. Says that steps taken by the RBI are in the interest of depositors, bank and the economy. The RBI governor says that recent decisions are to provide stability to the financial system. The Speaker constitutes an all-party committee under his leadership to investigate incidents in the Lok Sabha from the 2nd to the 5th of March. The Parliamentary Affairs Minister condemns the behaviour of opposition MPs, says it's never happened in the history of Parliament. Union Health Minister holds the review meeting with states over the preparedness for the coronavirus. The Health Ministry issues an advisory to avoid mass gatherings till the disease spread is contained. The total confirmed cases in the country are 31. Civil Aviation Minister says 38 passengers suspected during thermal screening sent for testing. Air India waves off cancellation charges due to coronavirus. Government pursues other airlines to also find practical solutions. And thunderstorm and hailstorm hit North India. This is bringing down the temperature. Waterlogging at several places in the national capital, Delhi and Jaipur this morning. Namaskar and welcome to the news. I'm Mark Lynn. Let's begin with our top story. Now, in a reassuring message to Yes Bank depositors, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has assured them that their money is safe. She has said that she has made it clear, in fact, that steps are being taken by the RBI. They are in the interest of depositors, the bank and the economy.
आपके पैसा सुरक्षित है, जल्द से जल्द इसका अच्छा सा रेसोल्यूशन हो जाएगा, कोई नुकसान किसी डिपॉजिटर को नहीं होगा। हेल्थ रीजन हो, घर में कुछ बड़ा खर्च का समय हो, जरूर उनको राहत मिलेगा।
The RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said that recent decisions taken to provide stability to the financial system and the Apex Bank, these steps are fully in control. Now the Apex Bank is fully in control of the financial sector, and he was speaking about the Yes Bank issue during the 15th ASSOCHAM Annual Banking Summit.
The decision is taken at a larger level. The decision is taken not only to deal with the problem in the individual entity, but also to maintain the stability and resilience of the Indian financial sector, the Indian banking sector. Let me assure you that the Indian banking sector continues to be sound and safe, and the challenge that is ahead of us, you know, the developments yesterday, the announcements which we have made, the RBI is ready to deal with it very effectively, and we stand committed to maintain the stability of the financial and banking sector in India. It's uppermost responsibility of Reserve Bank as the central bank of the country.
Later, talking to reporters, the RBI Governor said that the RBI has already issued 2 statements regarding the Yes Bank issue. He added that this issue will be resolved swiftly.
The Reserve Bank has issued has in fact issued 2 press statements, press briefs yesterday. They explain in detail the background of our decision. It will be done very swiftly. It will be done very fast. 30 days which we have given is the outer limit, and you will see, very swift action from the Reserve Bank of India to put in place, a scheme to revive the Yes Bank.
Now, speaking on the recent Yes Bank financial debacle, the Chief Economic Advisor Krishnamurthy Subramanian has assured all depositors that their funds are safe and there's no need to panic.
एक मूव किया गया है जिससे कि डिपॉजिटर्स के जो डिपॉजिट्स हैं वो सेफ रहें, और रिजर्व बैंक ने साफ कहा है इसके बारे में कि डिपॉजिटर्स के डिपॉजिट सेफ रहेंगे। ये आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूँ सबको कि सारे डिपॉजिटर्स कोई डर की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं।
Now, speaking on the Yes Bank crisis, the SBI chairman Rajneesh Kumar has said there's no need to panic. The interests of all stakeholders and depositors will be protected.
RBI governor has very clearly said In their press statement, they very clearly said that there is no need for panic. The interest of all stakeholders, particularly the depositors, it will be protected.
The equity benchmark Sensex plummeted by over 1,400 points in opening trade this morning by a massive sell-off in global stocks as volatility peaked amid the rising concerns over economic strain of the coronavirus. The rupee also depreciated 53 paise to 73.86 against the US dollar in the morning session. Shares of Yes Bank had tanked 76% by 11:30 in the morning before recovering some ground in speculative trade. It was trading at 56% down at around 12:30 in the afternoon. And, well, the capital-starved lender was placed under a moratorium with the Reserve Bank of India capping deposit withdrawals at 50,000 rupees per account for a month and superseding its board. Yes Bank will not be able to grant or renew any loan or advance, to make any investment, incur any liability, or agree to disperse any payment. SBI board has decided to invest in Yes Bank to tide over the present crisis. Meanwhile, the National Stock Exchange in a circular has announced that no future or option contract will be available for Yes Bank for equity trading from the 29th of May till, that is, its existing agreement on future and options will be expiring on the 28th of May this year. Lok Sabha Speaker has constituted an all-party committee under his chairmanship to investigate incidents in the Lok Sabha from the 2nd to the 5th of March.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय एक समिति का गठन करेंगे जो दिनांक 2 मार्च 2020 से 5 मार्च 2020 तक सदन में घटी सभी घटनाओं की जांच करेगी और रिपोर्ट देगी। समिति के अध्यक्षता माननीय अध्यक्ष जी स्वयं, अध्यक्ष महोदय स्वयं करेंगे तथा इस समिति में लगभग सभी दलों के प्रतिनिधियों का समावेश होगा।
The Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi has condemned the behavior of opposition MPs. Speaking in the Lok Sabha, Prahlad Joshi said that it has never happened in the history of Parliament.
स्वयं स्पीकर ने उस दिन ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग करके ये कहा कि इस तरफ जो क्रॉस करके आते हैं मैं उसको सस्पेंड, उन मेंबर को सस्पेंड करता हूं। फिर भी इधर आके इधर तक जब जायसवाल भी भाषण करते थे इधर तक आ गए, स्पीकर के ऊपर पेपर फेंका गया। कल रमा देवी का जब वो बैठी थी पूरा पेपर छीन के लेके, ये तरीका है क्या सदन चलाने का? ये मैं पूछना चाहता हूं। जो स्पीकर निर्णय करेगा वो हमको मंजूर है, लेकिन सदन में ऐसा बदतमीजी होना नहीं चाहिए, यही मैं निवेदन करता हूं।
The Lok Sabha has been finally adjourned till the 11th of March following a ruckus by the opposition benches leading to repeated adjournments since the House had begun the day's proceedings. The crucial legislative business, however, was transacted by the Lok Sabha. This is despite the uproar by the opposition. Among these bills, the Mineral Laws Amendment Bill was passed by a voice vote. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Second Amendment Bill 2019 was also passed by the Lok Sabha. The Rajya Sabha was adjourned till 11 a.m. on the 11th of March following the uproar by the opposition. Notification for the biennial elections to 55 seats of the Rajya Sabha were issued today. Polling in these 55 seats will be held on the 26th of March. The counting will be taking place on the evening of the 26th of March, an hour after the conclusion of the polls. 51 of these 55 seats from 17 states are falling vacant on different dates in April due to the retirement of sitting members, while 4 other seats are already vacant due to resignation of members. The terms of the numbers of these resigned and also in the recent past were also ending in April in any case. While 7 vacancies are from Maharashtra, 6 are from Tamil Nadu, followed by 5 from West Bengal and Bihar, 4 each from Odisha, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, 3 from Assam, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, 2 each from Telangana, Chhattisgarh, Haryana and Jharkhand, one each from Himachal Pradesh, Manipur and Meghalaya. The Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today held a review meeting with the states over the preparedness of the coronavirus. Now, he stressed on the importance of keeping the testing and quarantine facilities, isolation wards, labs in active readiness. Health Minister also on Thursday night had inspected the management and preparedness for the coronavirus, that is, at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi. There's one more suspected COVID-19 case from Delhi, and this person has a travel history to Thailand and Malaysia. It's been confirmed as positive, taking the total number of infections in India to 31, and these include 16 Italian nationals. The patient is stable and is being monitored. Currently, the situation, in view of the current situation, that is, all international passengers are mandated to undergo universal medical screening at the airport. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare issued an advisory to all states and union territories to avoid or postpone all mass gatherings till the corona menace is contained. After a meeting on the outbreak of coronavirus in India, the Special Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Sanjeev Kumar, said that issues like provision of bed capacities in hospitals for the infected cases, isolation wards, protocol for sample collection and other such facilities were discussed at length. And in fact, he said that at the national level, training has also been taking place on COVID-19. It was held, it was attended by the Home Ministry officials, the Health Ministry officials, all states, hospitals, railways, in fact, defense and paramilitary forces as well.
Hospitals informed that they have taken up various outreach for enhancing awareness among the hospital staff. A national level training on COVID-19 was chaired by Secretary Madam Preeti Sudan today. It is being attended by health officials from all states and hospitals of railways, defense, paramilitary forces.
And the Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that the government is in the process of rescuing Indian nationals from Iran like they did in Wuhan. And briefing the reporters in New Delhi about this preparedness, the Civil Aviation Minister has said that to tackle the novel coronavirus outbreak, advanced testing facilities for virus is being set up in Iran, and they will screen Indians before bringing them to India. He said that Air India has waived the cancellation charges of passengers because of the coronavirus. Government is also trying to pursue other airlines to find out a practical and reasonable solution to this problem. More than 6 lakh 50,000 passengers, 6,50,000 passengers and 6,551 flights have been screened so far. And the Civil Aviation Minister also said that the country has a good functioning health system, a very good functioning health system, and there is a remarkable cooperation between ministries to tackle the virus.
From the date of 18th January to yesterday, which is 5th March, we had screened 6,551 flights, 649,452 passengers were screened. We had referred, total referral comes to about 611, and in-flight contacts of positive cases 164.
The Union I&B Minister Prakash Javadekar has appealed to the public to follow precautions in the wake of the coronavirus scare and refrain from panic. Let's listen to this video message.
Nation and the world is discussing coronavirus infection. But let us not create panic. We have to be alert and take some precautionary measures. Instead of shaking hands, if we do namaskar like Indian culture, the contamination or the infection doesn't travel. Then if you get cough, cold or fever, immediately go to your doctor to check and get treated. At the same time, avoid large congregations, because that is the possible area where you can get infection. But without panicking, we have to take these precautionary measures, and then there is no danger to anybody.
Poultry, fish and meat are totally safe for consumption as the coronavirus does not affect them. Briefing the media today, the Union Minister Giriraj Singh said that reports of the World Health Organization for Animal Health, Food Safety Standards Authority of India as well, and the ICAR, that's the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, all these have proved that there's no known effect of COVID-19 on poultry, on fish or on meat.
विश्व पशु स्वास्थ्य संगठन है कि उसने कहा है ये वायरस OIE ने कि मानव से मानव में जाता, अभी तक कोई ऐसा नहीं मिला है कि पशु से या मानव से पशु में या पशु से मानव में, अभी तक ट्रेस नहीं मिला है। ऐसी स्थिति में किसी भी वैश्विक रिपोर्ट में अब तक कुट-कुट से मानव में कोरोना वायरल का संक्रमण का पता होने का भी नहीं चला है।
The RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das, while addressing the 15th ASSOCHAM Annual Banking Summit, touched upon the coronavirus issue and its impact on the Indian and the world economies. He said that India would be impacted to some extent, but the RBI stands ready to respond in case the need arises.
The IMF has given a projection that the global economy will be pulled down by 0.1% and Chinese economy by 0.4%. India will be impacted to some extent. But the point is, India is not that much integrated to the global value chain as some of the other countries. What is critical is how we respond to those challenges. The Reserve Bank stands ready to respond in whatever way is required to deal with the challenges emerging out of coronavirus.
A one-stop center played a seminal role, in fact. This is in getting a mentally challenged 23-year-old deaf girl, a lady, out of prison in Jagannath Puri village of Narsinghpur. And under one-stop center, this girl, in fact, was first taken out of the house, and then she was there was a long legal process, and then she was sent to a mental hospital in Gwalior, where she's being treated, and she's quite happy. She's been given a family environment in a sense.
Recently, a video of a mentally challenged girl got viral on social media. Seeing the video, One Stop Center came into action. Upon investigating, the video turned out to be of Jagannath Puri village in Madhya Pradesh. One Stop Center team reached at the place and found that the girl is locked inside her house as the girl's parents and brother are serving jail term. Police was informed about the incident and the lady was rescued and taken to a shelter home in the district. After this, One Stop Center did all the legal procedures for her admission in the mental hospital of Gwalior.
वहाँ पे एक महिला अकेली इस अवस्था में है कि जो बहुविकलांग थी, वो महिला लड़की जो है, महिला जो भी कहो, तो वो हमारी टीम हमने गठित की यहाँ पे, और जेल के लोग और जो भी हमारी टीम गई और वहाँ पे उसको रेस्क्यू करके रात में लाया यहाँ पे।
रात में करीबन लगभग 12 बजे हम लोग उसको यहाँ लेकर आए और इस सेंटर में फिर हम लोगों ने जो भी उसको सहायता देनी होती है, जैसे मेडिकल सुविधा वगैरह, तो ये मेडिकल सुविधा उसको प्रोवाइड कराए।
Women and Child Development Department help effectively in the entire case. The department immediately approached the jail department to get information about his jailed parents. Also, the department played an important role in getting her immediately shifted to Gwalior.
जैसे ही हम लोगों को पता लगा और उच्च अधिकारियों से निर्देश पे हम लोग टीम लेकर गए और उसको लेकर आए यहाँ पे, तो वो युवती अपने आप तो कुछ बताने की स्थिति में थी ही नहीं, इसलिए मेडिकल जांच और सारी रिपोर्टों के बाद, बहुत प्रयासों के बाद हम लोगों ने उसका जब परीक्षण किया, तो उसके बाद फिर हम लोग अपने अधिकारियों के निर्देशन पे तथा महिला बाल विकास मंत्रालय के मार्गदर्शन में फिर हम लोगों ने उसको ग्वालियर शिफ्ट किया।
One-stop center, that is Sakhi, is literally playing the role of Sakhi Saheli for the helpless women, as under it, not only the afflicted victims are supported, but they are also provided with medical facilities and amicable environment. Ground Report Desk, DD News.
And women are doing wonders in every field. Girls in Chentada school in Himachal Pradesh exhibited their caliber by making smart medicine boxes, smart dustbins as well. This is the ambitions of the Atal Tinkering Lab under the Atal Innovation Mission, helping these girls to realize their dream. Here's a story.
Government School of Chetada in Mandi district of Himachal Pradesh is making its mark as girls of the school have achieved success in making smart dustbin and smart medicine box. Girls say that quite often elderlies tend to forget about their medicine. Hence, this forgetfulness of elderlies sparked the idea of creating smart medicine box in them. The smart medicine box will thus help to remind the time of taking medicine. All the way in their experiment, central government's Atal Tinkering Labs came to be of great use.
स्मार्ट मेडिसिन बॉक्स हम इसको इसीलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये पेशेंट को खुद ब खुद बता देता है कि उसे कौन सी मेडिसिन लेनी है और मेडिसिन कब लेनी है, किस टाइम पर मेडिसिन लेनी है। इसमें हमने 3 कंपार्टमेंट यूज़ किए हैं और मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून एंड इवनिंग। एक कंपार्टमेंट और है जिसमें हमने आर्डिनो नैनो का यूज़ किया है, बजर एंड एलईडी का यूज़ किया है। जब भी पेशेंट का मेडिसिन लेने का टाइम होगा तो कंपार्टमेंट के सामने जो एलईडी है वो ब्लिंक करना स्टार्ट करेगी और बजर भी एक्टिवेट हो जाएगा, जिससे पेशेंट जहाँ कहीं होंगे उन्हें पता चल जाएगा कि उनकी मेडिसिन लेने का टाइम हो गया है और जिस कंपार्टमेंट के आगे एलईडी ब्लिंक हो रही होगी उस कंपार्टमेंट को वो ओपन करेंगे और वहाँ से वो मेडिसिन लेंगे।
Anchula Thakur of 11th standard created smart dustbin. The dustbin is sensor equipped. As soon as it gets exposed to waste material, the lid of the dustbin opens itself.
टाइम और एनर्जी को बचाने के लिए कुछ ऐसा बनाना चाहते थे, उसके लिए हमने एक स्मार्ट डस्टबिन बनाया। हमने उसमें ऐसी प्रोग्रामिंग की है कि जब भी उसके सामने कोई आएगा वो अपने आप खुल जाएगा और वो एक IoT बेस्ड है। तो जब IoT बेस्ड है और उसमें पता लगता रहेगा नगर पालिका के ऑफिस में उनको कि कौन सा डस्टबिन किस जगह कितना फुल है और जब भी कोई फुल होगा तो वो वहाँ पर भेज सकते हैं उस गाड़ी को और खाली करवा सकते हैं। इससे उनकी एनर्जी और टाइम बचा रहेगा और वो उसको किसी और चीज़ में यूज़ कर सकते हैं।
The potential of girls is well recognized through Atal Tinkering Labs, and the girls of Chentrad has showed that talents, when well recognized, leads to social empowerment. Ground Report Desk, DD News.
And in the run-up to International Women's Day, it's dedicated to Nari Shakti. The Union HRD Ministry is holding various activities to honor women who have achieved laurels. The HRD Minister, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, felicitated Anju Verma. She's a 17-year-old young social activist who works in the field of education in New Delhi. Senior women officers of the ministry were present on the occasion, and the minister said that the young population will drive the future of India in the coming years, and the role of the youth in nation building is crucial. They have the power to change the mindset of the people. The minister appreciated Anju Verma for her outstanding contributions in eliminating child labor from her village and in motivating parents to allow children to pursue education. So this was the delightful experience, and it's due to her continuous efforts. In fact, around 700 dropout children enrolled in schools in her district. Her mission is Buland Udaan. It's working on several other issues as well, and so far she has solved 965 child atrocity cases, enrolled, prevented 40 children from getting into child marriage, intervened in 15 sexual harassment cases. These are among the many things she's done.
7 साल से ये काम कर रही है और अभी तक इसने लगभग 700 से भी अधिक उन बच्चों को, जो बच्चे स्कूल में नहीं जा पा रहे थे या किसी कारणवश स्कूल तक तो गए लेकिन परिस्थितिवश उनको स्कूल अपना छोड़ना पड़ा, उन सब बच्चों को दोबारा अपनी इच्छा शक्ति से, आग्रह से, अपने मिशन से, और जो उसने एक NGO बनाया है बुलंद उड़ान, तो ये जो बुलंद और उड़ान दोनों शब्द उसने जोड़े हैं, ऐसी उसकी अच्छी मनस्थिति है।
हरियाणा में क्या था कि लड़कियों को घर से बाहर नहीं निकलने देते, उनको स्कूल में दाखिला नहीं देते हैं और बाल मजदूरी बहुत होती है, छोटी छोटी उम्र में उनकी शादी कर देते हैं, उनके साथ छेड़छाड़ होता है। तो ये सब प्रॉब्लम देखने के बाद जब मैं 10 साल की थी, 5वीं कक्षा में मैं पढ़ती थी, तब मैंने स्टैंड लिया और मैंने सोचा कि इन लोगों के लिए कुछ करना चाहिए ताकि ये लोग स्कूल में जा सके, पढ़ सके, इन लोगों के साथ कुछ बुरा व्यवहार ना हो, ये 4 दीवारी के अंदर सीमित ना रह जाए।
And news about the weather then. Heavy rains last night, hailstorms, in fact, thunderstorms hitting parts of Delhi and the neighboring areas caused a sharp dip in temperature. Not too much, in fact, it was quite okay. But the weather department earlier in the week had predicted a fresh western disturbance to affect northwest India between March 4th and March 7th. And in Rajasthan, heavy rainfall and hailstorm lashed parts of the state on Thursday, damaging crops in some areas. The sudden spell of rainfall led to waterlogging in several areas of the state capital, Jaipur, and a number of vehicles were stuck on the streets. The Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot said that all help would be provided to the farmers. The Chief Secretary D.B. Gupta also said would seek crop damage reports from the district collectors. Higher reaches of the Himachal Pradesh also, Shimla, Lahaul Spiti, Chamba district experienced snowfall that lashed the area, and rainfall also on Thursday. The weather is mainly overcast in the state. So with that weather update, we conclude this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Namaskar.